Hi everyone, welcome to Camlish.com. This is Teacher Reyes and I am going to be your teacher in learning and discovering new words using the book CNN Reading Solution Intermediate. So are you ready to expand your vocabulary skills, comprehension skills, improve your pronunciation skills as well as your speaking skills? Alright, so let's start. So for today, we are just going to continue answering the second activity from this unit. Alright, so all you have to do is to complete the sentences. So here are your choices. We have might be offended, is considered a delicacy, are too squeamish, taste like caviar. Alright, so let's start now. Number 1. The Mexican chef claims that ant eggs blank. Okay, very good. So the answer here is taste like caviar. Again, the Mexican chef claims that ant eggs taste like caviar. Next, number 2. In Almaty, a sheep's head blank. Very good. So the answer is considered a delicacy. Very good. So in Almaty, sheep's head is considered a delicacy. Next, number 3. If you don't eat something, your host blank. Very good. So we have might be offended. Again, if you don't eat something, your host might be offended. Next, let's have number 4. It is hard to make friends in some places if you blank. Very good. So the answer is are too squeamish. Alright, so again, it is hard to make friends in some places if you are too squeamish. Alright, good job guys. So now let us proceed to the next activity. So we will now focus on writing. All you have to do is to complete the following sentences to summarize the news items. So are you ready now? Very good. So let me read the whole paragraph first. Listen very carefully and think of the possible answers. When traveling to foreign countries, you should not blank. But what do you do when the local food is something you find blank? One piece of advice is to do your best, blank, and keep blank. If you are offered something that you find culturally offensive, you should blank. This is because the most important thing when you are traveling is to blank without offending your host. Okay, so were you able to think of the possible answers? Very good, so let's start. When traveling to foreign countries, you should not blank. Very good. So you should not ignore the local customs and local food. Okay, again, ignore the local customs and local food. You're good. But what do you do when the local food is something you find blank? Okay, very good. As you find deeply against the grain of your entire cultural upbringing. Okay, again, you find deeply against the grain of your cultural upbringing. Okay, very good. So, but what do you do when the local food is something you find deeply against the grain of your cultural upbringing? One piece of advice is to do your best, blank, and blank. So, what do you think are the possible answers? Very good. So, you first hold your breath. Okay. And keep blank. Okay, very good. And keep choking it down. Alright, so again, one piece of advice is to do your best, hold your breath, and keep choking it down. If you're offered something that you find culturally offensive, you should blank. Very good. So you should eat it and to offend your host. Again, you should eat it then to offend your host. And lastly, this is because the most important thing when you are traveling is to blank without offending your host. Very good. Because if you're traveling, you have to bring honor to yourself, your country, your clan, and your employers. Again, to bring honor to yourself, your country, your clan, and your employers. Okay, very good, guys. So you did well in answering this part. So let us now proceed to grammar bites. So for today, we are going to discuss about conditionals 1. Alright, so we use conditionals to express conditions or unreal situations. So we have real conditionals to show actions that can really happen when conditions are met. For example, if I find the book you're looking for in the library, I'll call you. Or also, if the weather is fine, my brother and I will go hiking tomorrow. And also you can have, you're not making any friends in much of the world if you suddenly get all squeamish. Alright, so what about if it is in real conditionals? So this one is used to show actions that cannot really happen because conditions cannot be met. So, for example, Tom could buy a new MP3 player if he had enough money. Alright, so also, Tom can't buy a new MP3 player as he doesn't have enough money. And lastly, if I were you, I would hold my breath and choke you down. Alright, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you learned a lot today. I'll see you again on my next video. Goodbye.